Hey everybody, it's me, Gregg Boston, CPA, president of QuickBooks Made Easy for Nonprofits, coming at you with the quick tip. This is a little tip to help make life easier for yourself in QuickBooks or more interesting. And it is for September of 2024. And if you have been paying attention, I actually didn't do any tips in August because I was out of town. But anyway, here's the tip for the first part of September. And it's both for people that are using, well, it's mainly for people using QuickBooks Online. Let's go over to QuickBooks Online. All right, so here's QuickBooks Online, and it has to do with this word right here, customers. All right, so that's the word that typically comes with QuickBooks, the word customers. However, you can change that word to donors or members or clients if that's who the people are that pay you money. And if you're a nonprofit, it's usually not customers, it's usually donors, clients, something like that. So where do you go to change that in QuickBooks Online? Well, I'm going to go to the little gear here. This is where your settings are. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And I'm going to go to Account and Settings. All right. This is where all your little preferences are, features that you can turn on or off. And there is one specifically for changing that word customers. So I'm going to go over here to Advanced. And these are the different areas where there's preferences. And I'm going to go down to the advanced preference. I'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. And you see this thing that says customer label right there. All right. So right now it's set to customers. But if I click on it, you'll see there are all these other choices. Clients, donors, guests, members, patients, and tenants. So I'm going to make mine donors. And then I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to click Done. So I have to do two things to get it to save. So now this should say donors, and it doesn't. It still says customers. Well, that's just because you have to refresh the page. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page here in QuickBooks Online. And now you'll see it says donors instead of customers. All right. And it'll be that way on transaction windows as well. We'll just go to a, let's see, a sales receipt window. If you've been looking at my training, you know that if you want to use QuickBooks as a donor database, you enter your donations in a sales receipt. And you'll see now it says choose a donor instead of choose a customer. All right. So now you may be thinking to yourself, well, the people that are in this list, some of them are donors, some of them are grantors, some of them are members, some of them are customers. And it's like, I want to segregate them using different names. Well, you can't really do that with this total name here. So if there's a lot of different types of people that give you money that are all in there, I mean, if most of them are donors, maybe you can keep that donors. But if you'd rather, you can just change it back to customers. All right. Now, QuickBooks Desktop users, you can't really change this word. I'm sorry. You can't really change the word. It's going to be customers, and you can't really change it. But I'm assuming that if you haven't already switched to QuickBooks Online, you will be switching to QuickBooks Online at some point in the not too distant future. So I think that's really it. Just letting you know what we have coming up here. I'm going to go to Courses and Training, Live Webinars. And we actually have a webinar coming up in a week or two, September the 18th and 19th. And it's tracking, it's budgeting and tracking restricted grants. It's a 2-day webinar series. It's just for people using QBO. You might be noticing I'm mainly focused on QBO. That's because that's pretty much what everybody has now. And that's happening on September the 18th and 19th. You can click on there to sign up. And if you want to get a full training from us, here's our 3-day November webinar series for people using desktop, and again for people using online. And this is November 12th for people using desktop. It's the 12th, 13th, and 14th, and then November 19th, and that's 19th, 20th, and 21st. You can sign up there. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed the quick tip. I know it was a little one, but hey, I'm just getting back into the swing of things. What can I tell you? See ya.